Greetings everyone and welcome back for another episode of Disco Elysium. This game is incredibly good. I'm having too much fun with it, and we finally made it to the body. The body is right here, but I cannot examine it as I keep puking my guts out. So that will have to wait, potentially for another day. It's already been a week. What's one more day, right?
Hey. Psst.
Who? Me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
Yes, we should all stop building love.
This conversation isn't really about love. Try to keep up, okay? This is about the communism you've promised to build. Word on the street is it's going to be 10,000 times larger than any communism previously attempted. Is that true?
I promised communism? How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Oh, right. That sounds like me.
Funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
What? We can start building communism just like that? Roll up your sleeve and start building communism.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what? Firing squads? You didn't say anything about those.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Roll your sleeves up further and breathe in the pristine air. Mazovian? Whoa, 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 whoa.
Rigorous self-critique. Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes
What
against
the
her
fuck?
will. That's right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past. You tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life. And, above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die, or overcome it.
I am a monster. I am a terrible human being. But at least now we know that my name is Harry. Except... it was Harry, right? Yep, it's here. Spoilers! We remembered something. And the Mazovian socioeconomics. -2 visual calculus. Wrong one. Visual calculus. What's this? Reconstruct crime scenes. Make laws of physics work for the law. Oh no, we need these. This one is good. This one is very useful, especially now that we are at the crime scene and we're investigating. Oh no. And it's -2. Intellect base +4. How long is this gonna take? 3 hours and 10 minutes. It's not that bad. I think we can focus on something else while we're working on that stuff. Doesn't have to do with crime scenes. What does it give me? People think communism was some crazy idea that had it come up, these words, 40 years ago. A fever that shook the world, never to return again. Who said that? Nice one. We didn't talk to her now, did we? No. So wait. In short, I am becoming a communist. Or I have been a communist all along. Internalize. Get it in there. Not like, yeah, I didn't. How did this come to pass? And how did it... Who decided this? Is it something I said? It's probably something I said, isn't it? Yeah, most likely. Yeah. We also have damaged ledger, which I should probably look into. But before this, I want to interact with this little shit over here.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Take one step closer.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
I just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Oh, wow. Child, converse with me. What a good reply. I love this one. What are those strange words that you use, girl? I'm going with this. This is so funny to me. Child, converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me.
Isn't that lyrics from a song? I can almost hear it in my head. Oh no, my personal inner voices now come to life. Not Harry's, mine. She has almost vanished behind the fence. Only the top of her hat remains. I can still see you, you know.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Listen, child. The smell is so bad that I threw up, and I was wondering.
Stay away from me, pig. You don't want to see what happens when you corner me.
Mayhaps we're done with the kids for now. Let's, get away from the rain. Oh! Let's try open that thing again. Can I do it again?
An inconspicuous pile.
Oh, it's
of the
locked.
roof
Oh, Kim, help me.
Yes?
Holy, ooh. Ooh, a 42%. Kim, hold on a second. There's something I need to do. Yeah, quick save. No.
Yes?
Convince Kim there's a sexy dark mystery twist in the case.
Only banal things strike you. At the core, you're a very banal person with a very small soul.
How dare you, Inland Empire? How dare you?
One you should be ashamed of. It's no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back. It was right to abandon you.
What? Listen here, I didn't know I would take damage, okay?
Yes?
One more try.
What if you did it?
Did what? I can't even remember what the case is. What was it?
It is murder, of course. Murder. It can't be anything else. And you did it. And then, horrified by your own actions, you drowned out the memory. Maybe this is why your chest feels so hollow. You did an awful thing, and you can't even bring yourself to acknowledge it.
Kim? I think I may be the murderer. I killed the man and then tricked myself into forgetting about it.
And what has led you to this conclusion?
I am a bad person. I believe I could have done anything.
Well, we've yet to find any real evidence pointing to you in this case, or even a possible motive. So let's not add you to the list of suspects just yet.
So you're saying I didn't kill him?
I find that highly unlikely. It's not unusual for detectives to feel complicit in a crime until the perpetrator is apprehended, especially when the investigation is dragging. So let's get back to it, shall we?
Should I tell him? I think you should know that I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
But I'm completely lacking in basic information about even this organization we're in. Can you help me?
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
Nice. So what should I concentrate on?
Try work, the case at hand. It can work miracles.
What's wrong with personal affairs?
Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this.
I'm afraid this is a medical situation.
Really? You look fine to me.
Do I? I'm talking serious, unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror and had no idea who I was.
This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life.
It's not psychological. Some sort of major brain damage has occurred. Unprecedented scale.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted?
Oh, I hate those guys. Don't want to. No. Can't wait for this though. I love Kim. Kim is amazing. Read your ledger and name the case. Who put the clothes in the trash? We have to question what's his face again. The guy with the unimpressive beard. Also, there's gotta be a way to... Whoa! There's gotta be a way to enter the greenhouse from here. The ladder's for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. I'm surprised I saw that, considering my visual calculus is at -2. That was impressive. I am impressed with myself. Whoa, well, that's new.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. East Delta Commerce Center? This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
Damn, there's a lot. Main hall, building A.
An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then A woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid game.
Which Pleasance?
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
Oh my god. I have to. Oh, I don't have to, but I would like to. She can tell right away it's me though. Plaisance, it's me. I'm investigating the doomed commercial area, just like we discussed.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were...
There's a spot of static that overrides her words.
But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
Rude.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Andro Orlando Hair SCA. Oh yeah, we know about this one.
You ring the doorbell, but no one answers. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Artemitep's boxing for young athletes and gym.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call.
24 hours window.
You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens.
Emma's fashion atelier.
You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call.
Fabron's taxi. The rest has been burned off.
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore.
Slipstream SCA.
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
This is a woman's voice, crackling and fragile through the static.
Have you come to place an order?
An order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly.
Who is this? I've been inside the building, but I didn't see anyone from Tricentennial Electrics. This place is deserted.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Stand up straighter. Yes, it's me. Here I am again, crawling back into your life.
Michelle, just please.
She stops, and you can hear her breathe heavily. Her breath distorted by ancient static. My God, what is happening? Kim? Kim? Kim, it's happening! It's the entity.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Of course I care. It's just that I've been going through some tough time.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what?
She sounds like She's about to cry.
Oh God, please don't cry.
She doesn't answer.
Hey, are you still there?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
I get it. You don't want to talk to me. No one ever wants to talk to me.
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
All right. It's a goodbye then.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
Hello, Volition. It's a white check. Dude, that was so freaking creepy. That was so cool. Even Kim doesn't have an explanation for this. Alright, let's try it. +1 wax cylinder.
Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier,
And
all right, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner.
at this point, I'm sure my name is not Michelle. Call her again.
There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Hi, it's me again. I wanted to talk to you.
My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
Please don't hang up. I just want to explain myself.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait, is she...
Oh no, is this a recorded message? Didn't you already say that the last time we talked?
Michelle, just please.
Even her breathing, the way her voice drops when she finishes the sentence, sounds exactly the same.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Is this some kind of joke?
It doesn't matter what I say, you're just going to continue, right?
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box.
Thank you. Now tell me, who is responsible for this joke?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean. It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you.
You're a recording!
She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder. Real or not, your mirror neurons react. It feels painful to be listening to this.
Go ahead, ancient recording. Cry then.
Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going.
Keep listening.
The phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Is anyone there?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow. Crawling inside your head. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways, guttering.
So,
The strange alien thought pattern ends. The lieutenant cuts in, inspecting the intercom.
it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve.
Wait, a recording trapped in the circuitry?
I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Maybe sometime later.
He looks at the sea, almost wistful. Something weird just happened to me.
Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
He's not wrong, poor Kim.
That is true.
Okay, next one. Fortress Accident SCA.
Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident.
Revachol Ice City.
Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
Main hall building B. Whirling in rags.
Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
They don't. East Delta Pinball. Entrance from building B?
Silence. No one answers your call.
Empty card.
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
This button looks new. I wouldn't be surprised if it hasn't been connected yet. Is it the dice makers?
He takes a step back, inspecting the other names on the list. Could be. That was more eventful than I have anticipated. That was actually pretty awesome. Didn't she say she's the gardener? Maybe she can hook us up.
Hello again, officer.
There we go.
How are things?
My partner told me you may have ammonia. Can I have some?
Sure, I'm done with it.
Easy.
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Yeah, that's fine. I already have a headache. What more could it do to me? Dude, the colors in here are so pretty.
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Who else has keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Could someone on your staff have put it there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Thanks.
Yes?
No, I think I'm gonna wait for this one. Cool. Inspect the victim's body. Still, I have to read this stuff.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Ugh. Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
TMI.
It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Inspect the toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Leave it there, it's cool.
Way cool. It says, everyone look at me and my toilet paper covered goblet.
Oh my
I
god,
don't care.
no!
My ledger is droopy and it smells like a urinal.
Oh no!
Oh, Jesus Lord, I wasn't expecting this. Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your fingers across the aluminum.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you can read these there?
Lieutenant, is this one of the hologram watermarks you mentioned?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved. How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
You mentioned the headlights of your kinema?
Yes, RCM vehicles have headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
That's all. Thank you.
Okay.
He returns to his neatly kept notes. Yours doesn't have TP on it.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed them, though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I am sure I made plenty of mistakes.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
God knows I've made my share. He tries not to think of them. Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
There was a mention of a naming convention here.
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh my. And they're written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
More?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean a non-numeric one, with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named the case The Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one The Man with the Hole in His Head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
We're not too different, you and I. What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Count the pages. Have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Commit to paper, using the pen Lena gave you.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross out the ones you've already finished.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
Shit on a stick.
Yes. I have to tell you, officer, I don't appreciate ironic titles. Other officers will have to use this as reference. If it's idiot or cockfinger, they're not going to get it. They're going to think an idiot and a cockfinger were on this case. So, do you have something less funny?
Fun is outlawed with this guy. What a knock!
Welcome back, horrific necktie. I've missed you. The Furies are at home in the mirror.
Furies? Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
Yes, yes, you know what that normal name is, but it's so plain. Anything else, please?
Yeah. The Setting Sun.
Okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. This case has nothing to do with the setting sun. At all. It has nothing to do with that, so...
Tough crowd, man.
Something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have something concrete? Mundane, usual?
Usual.
Usual is boring. We don't do that.
The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
I'm done inspecting these.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
%. Oh mon Dieu. So close. I have to try.
Logic. Come on, Logic. Let's go, baby. Let's do it.
It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together. Try again later.
Fine. Browse the yellow papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What types of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Misconduct? Fine.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields, but they appear pleasantly vague.
Station call.
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
Field autopsy.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Enough of these.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Look at the clipboard. Oh my, I can smell the ledger.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
What did you say the color was?
Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it.
Blue heart. Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
Peek inside.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open it?
With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
58%. Anything below 90 makes me sweat.
Is not what you end up doing.
Come on.
You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some, then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
How often can we try those again? Put skill points into interfacing and put skill in logic. Oh my lord. Smell it!
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Delightful. I like interfacing as an ability. Put it away for now. Interfacing. Master machines, big locks, and pockets. I thought I had a point in this one. How about logic? Wield raw intellectual power, deduce the world. Both are very, very good. Do it. Can I try again?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. Oh, and the cool piece of toilet paper is stuck to the back.
You have to remind me. 72%. Wait, yeah, we gotta do it the old-fashioned way. Cause I tend to fail a lot.
It's the ledger. Oh, and the cool piece of toilet paper is stuck to the. Is still.
Oh, come
not
on! Don't. You suck. You absolutely suck. What is this? At 72%? No, I'm going to save scum the shit out of it.
It's the ledger. Oh, and the cool piece of toilet paper is still not what happens. Fuck this compartment. You should throw it away.
No, no, I refuse. You will do it, and you will like it. Let's try one more time.
It's the ledger you found in the. Oh, and the cool piece of toilet is still not what happens. Fuck this compartment.
Did we just
You should throw it
fail?
away.
Did we just fail a 72% check 3 times in a row? I promise, this is going to be the last time.
It's the. Oh, and the cool piece of toilet paper is stuck to the back.
It's a freaking 72%. Oh, yeah, you can do. I believe in you. Let's do it.
Just relax.
Yes.
The two sides of the board are slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the slides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee, slowly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know.
Slide the drawer open.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
What's inside?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Pick up the ticket stubs.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too.
Pick up the card.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
We gotta smell it first.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored. A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti.
Open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card, looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
Volition, keep quiet. But it will make me happy.
Outside, you hear the wind howl. A sudden gale blows in from Martinez, flapping street signs and window blinds.
Come outside.
Ivers? What? Keep reading.
Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear.
What happened to the screen? Am I okay?
You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on.
Hold on.
To what? There's nothing.
Hold on.
Detective, is everything all right?
Did we just die? What is going on?
There is nothing. Again.
Nothing?
Nothing said, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Just lie there, passed out.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
No, I was cool. I'm cool.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Was that the X something? The
bloated corpse of the past resurfacing?
No, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Enough. Just lie there, motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is that? It's cold.
Yes. They're pouring something on you. It's in you.
Ah!
And
It's delicious.
What is it?
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
The upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
No, I don't wanna.
There is no use arguing with me. You will die if you don't. Drink.
There really is no use arguing with him. This is him exerting the reserves of authority he usually withholds. You can't even try to resist. All you can do is
drink.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
Drink.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
Should ask you the same.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
How long was I out?
10 minutes, maybe.
I came in contact with the burned out ruins of the past, Lieutenant.
That does sometimes happen.
He replies with such understanding, it's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. Athlete's foot for cops.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Let's solve this case.
Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
That thing almost murderized me.
Yes?
When are we gonna do the debrief? Around 9 p.m.? It is 9:30 as a matter of fact. Let me see my notes. Read the watermarks. We could do it here, at the car. First go to the kinema and turn on the lights. End of day debrief with Kim. Oh, after 10 p.m. Well, in 30 minutes. In the meantime, since we're like right next to the car. But first, what did we get? White Morning. -1 authority. Research time 5 hours. You see yourself from above. You're passed out on the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from the distance, you can see your eyelids flutter at the mention of what? Great white object, letting out its sweet smell like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend. A bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on the disco clothes. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. So we don't know what this does just yet. We're halfway to the Mazovian sociopathic economics, whatever. There's so many things, dude. Look at all these things. Look at all these things. There are so many. I don't know how many I am supposed to be having, but good lord, I want them all. I want them all. Huh? Huh? What? Where's my ledger? Did you give it to me? I thought you said it was in my inventory. It's not here. Oh, it's in the 2... -2 authority, +1 inland empire, and +1 on empathy. Good.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Kim, how do I turn on the headlights?
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage.
Oh, he's adorable. Press engine start.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canema comes to life with a whiny growl.
Jesus Christ, this thing just took off!
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Let's do it!
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Canema's headlights.
Wait, look around you.
You catch a faint glimmer from a broken beer bottle in the distance. Sounds. Two men engaged in a drunken argument, followed by the closing of some distant window.
Ah, Martinez at night.
Where are we on this?
Let me see.
He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it.
Right here.
He says his finger near the top of the map, on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. Seems like a shithole. Seems nice.
No, it does not.
The lieutenant says without optimism. Look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the different rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
Not bad.
Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet.
What about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them individually.
There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
3? That's it?
That's it.
Hey, Kim, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Wait, 18 years I've been doing this?
That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
got drunk like a megastar?
Yes, that does seem quite likely. Your youth coincided with some heady days for Revachol. But let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see...
Oh no.
Wow, more than 200.
What? Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So you're saying I used to be a super cop?
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
So I'm a killer.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
He says, declining to elaborate.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
He gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
He points to your yellow gardening gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Thanks for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
He presses a remote control on the key.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Whoa. Superstar cop. Sorry, cop. Ultra liberal? Communist. Honor. Good and bad. 3 people killed. Cases solved 216. And years in service 18. Wow. Well then. Alright. Let's take a small break. And I will see you on the next episode of Disco Elysium. Until then, thank you everybody for watching. Have fun, whatever you do. Take care of yourselves. And do not forget, keep on gaming. I will see you all next time.